Hello and welcome to Random Rail Enthusiast and another start of a series on this channel, and this time on the Elizabeth line. This series is going to be 7 parts long, and I'm starting here in the southeast corner at Abbey Wood. And in this first part I'll be travelling from Abbey Wood all the way to Whitechapel. Abbey Wood was refurbished for the Elizabeth line. As you can see, it's got a lovely wooden construction and sweeping curves that go around the station out. Like all on the Elizabeth line, they are fully accessible. Services on the National Rail side go towards St Pancras International, Cannon Street, Blackfriars, Farringdon, as well as Waterloo East and Charing Cross. Going the other way, they go into Kent. And it is on these National Rail lines that you may be lucky enough to see some freight. It's nice to see hand sanitizer still being provided, as well as a small lending library, which is unusual really on stations near to London. Before you go through the gate line, there is a coffee shop and a very well stocked WH Smith's. Elizabeth line trains arrive and depart from platform 3 and platform 4. Make sure to look at the indicator boards to make sure you're getting on the correct train, but all trains will go to Paddington.
Between Stratford and Sheffield, and you require step-free access, then please speak to a member of staff to arrange assistance from the train. A ramp is required to arrive at train at these stations.
As has been documented in many other videos, this is the interior of the Elizabeth line trains. Very, very spacious walk-through trains with the unique maquette. Modern signage is on all carriages telling you exactly where your next station visit will be. The Class 345 is an excellent addition to the UK rail fleet. It's fast, efficient, and also is driverless throughout the core of the Elizabeth line. So let's now go on a Elizabeth line train, the Class 345, to our next stop, which will be Woolwich.
Please use all available space inside the carriages. This train is now ready to depart. Stand clear of the closing doors.
The train approaching platform A is the service to Abbey Wood.
I'm in a deep level station, which is fantastically well lit. All stations at this point have these safety doors, which will only open when the train is in the station. This was first seen on the Jubilee line. This station has lovely coloured tilings on the pillars, and overall is very light, airy, clean, and there is plenty of space for when the commuter traffic come in later in the day. Like all the Elizabeth line stations, this is fully accessible, and these can be found at the far end of the platforms. And once you enter the station at Woolwich, on the left hand side you will find some automatic ticket machines, which is also where you could top up your Oyster card. Above that is a information board for train services. The station is very light and the ceiling seems to represent waves. Access down to the platforms is via these escalators or on the lifts, which I took up earlier.
This is an accessibility announcement.
Okay, let's go back on the train now and through to our next station, which should be Custom House. Okay, now we're at Custom House. This is where you get off for the XL Centre and also some more DLR services. Quite a busy station, this one. Seems to be very popular, mainly probably because for the XL Centre. Also, you can see we're now back out in the open air. This shows you how close we are to the XL Centre in London. This fantastic space hosts many exhibitions, and also sometimes I've also seen a concert or two played here. Once again, there are escalators that will take you up to the station building. However, you will then have to go back down some more steps to get to street level. The upper part of the concourse is very, very roomy indeed. Along there you will see the exit to the street level, and on the left hand side, exit to the XL Centre only. There is no exit to the street level from that exit. Once you pass that gate line, if you go to your right hand side, that will take you down these stairs to street level. There is also another lift along the platform which will take you down to street level as well. If you go on the left hand side, that will take you to the DLR platforms. You can also hear a plane going above me, which signifies that we are very close to London City Airport. It's this lift which will take you down to the street level of Victoria Dock Road. Street level is fairly basic. There is a Elizabeth line and DLR roundel, however, but the area is clean and there is plenty of space. One thing of note for the enthusiast is on the bridge walkway before you get to the steps that take you down to street level. It's a very good area where you can see into the core section.
Oh wait, it's going.
And further along this up walkway is another entrance into the XL Centre. So let's get back on the train again. This time we'll be going again westbound to Canary Wharf. Okay, now at Canary Wharf, possibly the first of the more interesting stations on the Elizabeth line. As you can see, it's another deep level station, but there are some subtle differences, especially when you come to the escalators. They have this lovely yellow hue. As you can see, the safety doors here are still prominent, as they are across all areas of the Elizabeth line, going through the core, that is. What I do particularly like about Elizabeth line stations is this massive roundel they seem to have put everywhere. It does really stamp its mark on this new addition to London's transport system. Again, a fully accessible station. There are some lifts up to the main concourse level. also featuring this bright yellow colour scheme. First lift, however, only takes you as far as the ticket hall. And as you can see, this is a massive expanse of space. Certainly will help with the ever-increasing amount of people who go to Canary Wharf on a daily basis. But at the time of filming, which is at midday, it does seem to be rather empty. As well as the lifts at the far end of this ticketing hall, of course, there are electronic ticketing machines. Another lift will take us to Crossrail Place with the DLR and Jubilee line, or up to Adams Plaza Bridge. On exiting that lift, or if you preferred going up the escalators, you'll be coming into a nice concourse area. To the left hand side, that takes you down towards some of the DLR stations, and across the right hand side will take you into Canary Place, which is a shopping arcade. Of course, going towards Canada Place gives you an excellent view of the buildings around here, and I highly recommend that you get off at this station just to marvel at the height and splendour of these high-rise buildings. To the left as you come out that way is a few shops, as well as some cafe shops and bars. Of course, if you come out of that entrance on the other side and walk perhaps 50 or 60 yards, you'll come down to an area where you can see the fantastic station building of Canary Wharf, something which I covered in a previous video. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. It really is a superb feat of engineering, having mainly been built out of wood, and on the top level there is a very, very nice roof garden. Again, on this side you can fully appreciate the high-rise buildings that make up the Canary Wharf Financial District. Okay, that's it for Canary Wharf. Let's now go to our final destination in the first part of this series, and that is Whitechapel.
That was very odd.
Okay, welcome to Whitechapel, and the first thing you will notice, it looks like a tube station, and no, I'm not saying it's a tube train. This is sort of the idea it looks like. So you've got separate platforms for each service. However, means it's still quite nice and bright in here with these detailing on the ceiling. There are quite a few of these service tunnels which connect both platforms together. And in the centre of this one, near the end of the platform, there are escalators up to the top floor. Of course, as well as escalators, there is also an accessibility lift, which is found at the end of the station platform, down this corridor. Those particular set of lifts will take you up into another concourse area, which will take you either on the left-hand side to the Hammersmith and City and District lines. If you turn to your right, you can find your way to the overground, both northbound and southbound. The overall look of the station here is quite modern. It's very, very metallic. Reminds me a bit of the Jubilee line stations. However, there is plenty of space, and this may become very apparent when it becomes busy at peak times. As you can see though, as you approach the stairs, the station does open out quite a bit into this lovely roof area. Once you've gone up those stairs, or indeed taken the lift, you are greeted with a very open space indeed. At the far end there you will see some ticketing machines. As you can see, the roof does sweep downwards, then upwards, and then downwards again to the stair area, which is quite a nice architectural feature. This is the outside of one of the entrances into Whitechapel Station, which is very picturesque indeed. It includes detailing which features women who are featured on the underground, which is a nice touch. The concourse area, or ticketing hall, also contains platform information boards as well as ticketing machines. Okay, that's all for part one of this Elizabeth line journey, which took us from Abbey Wood to Whitechapel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe. And if you can, get out there, get on the railway and see where it takes you. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
This is the train to Paddington. Next station, Liverpool Street.